I heard you bring up Coy earlier. Um, that's one of those real touchy situations, right?
Huh.
Obviously, as a parent, you know, you always want the best for your children. You always want to see, them hit their goals, their dreams, and live it out.
Yeah.
I was just watching a YouTube video as we were talking earlier, and I was listening to her. She had a very big moment, and she felt like you weren't supportive. You were making it about you. Um, and I'm just gonna keep it real with you. 2018, 2019, I had a real public issue with my dad online. Talk shit about him. Felt like he did what was best for him in the moment, but wasn't considering me when he was making a decision. And it really stuck in my side for a long time, and it motivated me to go hard as a motherfucker, like to prove my dad wrong. Um, because I felt like he wasn't really understanding of like where I was at and what I was on. And when I'm listening to this video and I hear her expressing like what she wants for her career, and she's speaking out of anger, so some of the shit she say, you kind of hear, and it's like, I know probably as a dad that shit probably sting like a motherfucker hearing your daughter talk that way,
Hmm.
but um, as I'm listening to it, I think I kind of, in the sense, understand like in your highlights of your life, you don't want anybody to take away from you. You know, the most important moments of your life when you feel like you've hit a monument or a goal, you want your team, your family, your loved ones to be riding you out. And I just wonder, like, when it comes to y'all's relationship, you know, what steps as a parent have you taken to try to like take a step back from making it like about just you and how your feelings might be, and just in consideration of what she might be personally experiencing?
All right. So, you know, I grew up in horrible conditions, horrible situations. Hustled drugs, had a lot of near life death situations. And we take these for granted because, hey, we just live in them. You know, when you have a kid, I didn't have any stable situation in my life. I was a gangbanger, drug dealer, hip hop rapper. I have a child. I don't know anything about fathering. And I don't want to speak for your dad, but I'm going to speak for all dads that grew up in a time of poverty and struggle. And you have a child by a woman that you're not married to. And you're trying to make things work. You're trying to make this parenting thing work because nobody knows. I don't know. She don't know. It's her. Well, in case of Coy's mother had two other sons. But and then I had a son by the time I had Coy. So, but I'm just saying, like, we learn as we go along. And when it comes to the men, we already got a whole system set up against us. To lock us up. You're dodging people on the street from being shot, fighting. You're dodging the system. But one thing I seen in myself, and I've seen a lot of guys that went through that, is that they'll do anything to put food on the table for their child. Now, you know, in order to do that without a high school, education, or maybe just graduated from high school without a college education, you're out there in the street and you're out there trying to make ends meet so the child can eat, so the child can have toys at Christmas, so the child can have. I mean, this is what you're doing, and you make sure that you do that. You make sure every Christmas they got gifts. You make sure their birthdays they're happy. You make sure when it's time to go to school they got clothes. You don't want them going with no bullshit clothes, so they don't. Nobody talks about them, make fun of them. So you make sure they got make sure they got everything. I did that. Can you spend quality time and all the time? No, because you're out there hustling. But you come home and you do as much playful things as you can as possible. Coy was born into a situation when I had the Source magazine. So Coy was actually born, well, right before we started really getting money, but still I'm in the streets hustling. And Coy's mother was a I'm a street guy. She was a street girl. Coy's mother never had to work when I was out there hustling. Coy's mother had 2 other sons that I had to take care of while I was out there hustling. Their fathers wasn't necessarily doing it. I did it. I was proud doing it. Fast forward, we start getting real money. I moved Coy's mother out the projects to a couple of $1 million mansion, multi-million-dollar mansion in Jersey, next to Ja Rule and Russell Simmons and Missy and Wyclef, and she ain't never seen no shit like that. Hired my sisters to be the nannies for Coy, and Coy grew up amazing. Maybe about a certain time, maybe 9, 10 years old, me and her mom broke up. Probably got indicted, but not even necessarily, But when we broke up, there's an arrangement. I give her a bunch of money. I'm still sending the mother money. Coy, Ray are coming to me at least 5 months out the year. From maybe the time she was 10 years old to maybe 16, 17. Before that, I was living with her the whole time. I left Ray's mother for Coy's mother. They both stayed in the same project type of thing. And she was my daughter. I got a beautiful, beautiful Chinese look. Well, Asian eyes. She was beautiful, man. I don't want to say that because it's that's it. But listen,
they're gonna eat you up. It's all right.
It's okay. Listen, all my children's mother are black, and my baby Ashley, who I'm with now, is chocolate and Hershey's chocolate itself. I love black
They
women.
don't care.
That's all right. Hey, listen, I just had to throw that out there. But it was true. She just looked like a little Asian baby, and that's why I named her Coy. Coy is an Asian fish, a koi fish. You know what I'm saying? And her mother's name is Asia. So I named her Coy, and my name is Raymond. And I named my son Ray Sean. So Coy, I put Coy Leray, R-A-Y. I gave Coy the name. So there was nothing more proud. She was you kidding me? A rough ass nigga like me with a beautiful, that's how you looking at it. She's anything she wants, she can do no wrong. Nothing. So all those years, that's how it was. I was the hero. There was nothing wrong.